Hiya kids, this is Ivan. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about thieves. Thieves are kind of a much maligned class. They were the last of the 4 core classes to get added. And what people mostly gripe about is the fact that they have some pretty crappy thief skills in the beginning. They're not really that good at stealth in the first few levels. They're not really good at a lot of their skills. And so one of the things you can do to kind of amend this is think of the things they're going up against as threat levels. And so, if you're a lower level thief and you're sneaking past some guards that are drunk, they just don't care, they're underpaid, maybe you get a plus 30 or plus 40% to your low level of percentage of chance of success. Or if you're a high level thief, the same thing. Likewise, if you're trying to sneak past some guards to get into Fort Knox, well, geez, maybe you're going to take a negative 60 on your chances to be stealthy because these guys are looking for you. Ditto for locks. You're opening a simple lock, maybe you get plus 30%. Maybe you're trying to open the mother of all locks, maybe you get a negative 70%. So this kind of helps the thief out a little bit at low levels, and it kind of flattens out the success rate because at high levels, you're probably going to be going up against some pretty tough foes. I'm not into balanced encounters, but it just seems overall more than likely, the threat level, the kind of things you're going to be encountering are going to be a little bit close to this kind of stuff you can handle if you're smart. If you're not smart, you're going to go up against some stuff that you really have no business going up against. Now, I do a few other things for thieves in general. First off, I kind of nerf them in terms of armor class because I use a first edition platform, but because I use the basic Molde modifiers, if you have a dex of 18, you can't get 4 places better on your armor class anymore. You only get 3 places better. And this kind of hurts the thief more than anybody. What I let thieves have is an extra 1 place better on their armor class, no matter what their dexterity is, on top of whatever dex mod they have. And my justification for that is this. Look, the thief is a sneaky guy. He's paranoid. He thinks everybody's out to get him. And he's probably right. They probably are. So the fact that, he's just a little jumpier and everything and has a little bit better armor class, that doesn't bug me, and it kind of helps him out just a little bit. In terms of weapons, I'm not as big on the weapon restrictions. I know a lot of people don't like that, but we'll talk about that in a different installment. But I'll let thieves use bows and what have you. In terms of actual combat stuff, in my game, if you're flanking people, you get a +1 to hit. If you're a thief and flanking people, you get a +2 to hit. Just because you're a little bit sneakier. I don't use the big, huge mini thing, but, sometimes I'll let them do that. In terms of actual damaging attacks thieves can do, thieves are one-shot wonders. They're not supposed to be frontline combatants. Now, a backstab is great. It's kind of hard to set up. If you get a successful backstab, the target has no dexterity bonus to their armor class. You get a +4 to hit, and you do 2 times to 5 times the damage. It's a very deadly strike. You can do 1 time, and then they know you're there. And sometimes what you'll have to do is move silently roll or something to set it up. Sometimes you can sneak away from the combat once it's started and kind of sneak back around there and do that. But sometimes that's not so easy. So what I let the thieves do is I kind of stole the idea of a sneak attack, but it's nowhere near as powerful as it is in Pathfinder or 3 or anything like that. The idea being that if the enemies are so engaged with the fighters and the frontline combatants that they've kind of lost track of the thief, and he can sneak around a little bit, make a move silently, roll or whatever, he gets this one-shot deal. Maybe he can't get behind you, but he'll get a +2 to hit. Maybe you don't get your dexterity modifier if he's really, the combatant's really paying attention to the fighter. And you'll do 1.5 times damage. Not quite so bad as a backstab. Maybe if you do it really well, maybe you'll get a backstab thing. Maybe we'll roll a percentage thing and see which one you get. Not game-breaking because it's a one-shot wonder, but just helps them out a little bit. And I think that's their vibe, To me, the thief doing that sort of stuff, he's the guy in the second Conan movie, that stupid guy that swallowed the gems. When, Conan's fighting everybody, he's behind him, and one guy kind of reels back, and he's got the 2 daggers and goes whack right into his neck. That's a thiefy thing to me. So that's a little sneak attack or backstab or whatever. So I'll let him do that, but it's a one-shot wonder because if that guy lived, he would have killed that little guy. Other things I do to them in general is I'll let you use the second edition armor penalties. So if you really want to wear some different armor, go for it. It's going to totally screw your thief skills, but the upside is if you wear no armor, you get a little bit better. But in general, I don't encourage it. As far as second edition goes, I'll also let you use that little motif where you can kind of pick and choose where some of your percentage points goes. I don't really recommend that either, just because I think you're better off as a well-rounded thief. And on the subject of bows, which I kind of missed before, I'll let you do a little bit of a sniping thing, because I think the thief should be a scout. He should be a little bit of a spy, and he should be able to take some people out sometimes. So if he's got he can set up a shot I don't see anything wrong with him being able to get a +2 or +4 to hit. Maybe get rid of their Dex mod if he's really hitting, and maybe we'll be able to do like 2 times damage or something like that. Maybe to almost assassinate a target, or at least do a lot of damage if he can, and then run like heck back to the party because everybody's going to go chase him. So that's what I do for the Thief. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk about the Fighter next time.